on OGBC. My name is Temitope Babalola. First, the major items. House of Representatives calls for stricter measures against importation of expired gas cylinders. African leaders charged to translate ideas into tangible actions. India is threatening strong crackdown on illegal immigration, plus a commentary on sports development in Ogun State since creation in 1976. The House of Representatives has directed the Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON) and the Nigeria Customs Service to implement strict measures towards ensuring that only unexpired and high-quality gas cylinders are imported into the country. The resolution follows the adoption of a motion by Honorable Adiremi Oseni. Honorable Oseni expressed deep concern over the rising incidents of gas explosions, which have resulted in multiple deaths, severe injuries, and the destruction of property worth billions of naira. The lawmaker also attributed the frequent explosions to the influx of expired and substandard cylinders and kits, which continue to enter the market due to the negligence of SON and custom officials at the nation's ports and borders. To address this, Honorable Husseini called on the National Orientation Agency to launch nationwide campaign to educate Nigerians. The Senate has directed its committees on intelligence and national security and foreign affairs to probe the allegations by the head of state of the Nigeria Republic, Brigadier General Abdurrahman Chiani, accusing Nigeria of conspiring with France to destabilize its country. The resolution followed a motion sponsored by Senator Shehu Buba during plenary. Brigadier General Chiani had claimed that a militia group named Lakrawa was being formed in northwest Nigeria to threaten the Nigeria Republic, with a base allegedly being established in the forest near Gaba, Sokoto State. He also accused Nigeria of hosting foreign military bases targeting Nigeria's oil infrastructure, with operational activities extending to Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi State. Senator Buba expressed deep concerns over the claim, labeling them as unfounded and damaging Nigeria's sovereignty and international standards. Those entrusted with leadership positions in Africa have been tasked to translate ideas into tangible actions that would impact the well-being of Africans. President Bola Tinubu, who gave the task at an event in Abuja on Thursday, also charged African leaders to stop clinging to the old habit of depending on foreign plans, saying that the continent is in dire need of leaders who wield policy as a surgical blade instead of a slogan. Represented by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, the President argued that the answers to most complex problems bedeviling Africa were no longer hidden as they are generated in seconds, stressing the need for a generation of Africans to recognize that Pan-Africanism must be rooted in actionable sovereignty. You're listening to the Media News on OGPC 90.5 FM. India's Foreign Minister, Mr. Subrahmanyam Jaishankar, on Thursday threatened a strong crackdown on illegal migration a day after a U.S. military airplane flew back 104 migrants as part of President Trump's overhaul of immigration. President Trump's executive action aimed at overhauling immigration in the United States is estimated to impact 11 million undocumented migrants. However, Mr. Jashankar noted that it is the obligation of all countries to take back their nationals if they are found to be living illegally abroad. Also, the chief of the U.S. Border Patrol, Mr. Michael Banks, said the return of illegal aliens to India marked the further deportation flight using military traffic transport. Meanwhile, the U.S. Treasury on Thursday announced financial sanctions, the first under the new administration of President Donald Trump, that target an international network accused of shipping Iranian oil to China to fund Tehran's military activities. The Treasury Department, in a statement, informed that the oil was shipped on behalf of Iran's Armed Forces General Staff and sanctioned front company called Saperi Energy. According to the department's secretary, Mr. Scott Bessent, the Iranian regime remains focused on leveraging its oil revenues to fund the development of its nuclear program, to produce its deadly ballistic missiles and unmanned vehicles, and to support its regional terrorist proxy groups. Philippines Vice President Ms. Sara Duterte this Friday said she had been preparing since last year for an impeachment and would welcome her defense team and her firebrand father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, if interested to join. The vice president said she had not read the complaint against her, which was endorsed by majority of lower house members, but her lawyers were gearing up for a trial in the Senate. Ms. Duterte's remarks were her first since the lower house impeached her on Wednesday, charging her with culpable violation of the Constitution, corruption, and other high crimes, as well as betrayal of public trust, all of which she denied. And out of sport, Liverpool overturned a first leg deficit to reach the League Cup final with a 4-0 win on Thursday and a ramp up of the pressure on Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk were on target for the Reds, who will face Newcastle at Wembley on March 16 for the first silverware of the English season. Liverpool remain on course for a quadruple in a dramatic debut season for Arne Slot. They enjoy a 6-point lead at the top of the Premier League, having cruised into the last 16 of the Champions League and visit Championship strugglers Plymouth in the FA Cup fourth round on Sunday. Sports is a physical exercise that improves one's physical, mental, and psychological well-being. It can also be used as a means of uniting people as well as a revenue generation generating avenue for financial independence. As part of the series commemorating the 49th anniversary of the creation of Ogun State, Abiodun Ogundipe of our News and Current Affairs division in this commentary examines the giant strides made in the sports sector in the Delta State since 1976. And read by Wale Otayemi. As the state celebrates 49th anniversary, let us sustain the legacies of the founding fathers. To end the state news, another look at to end the media news, another look at the major items. Following the adoption of a motion by Honorable Aderemi Hussaini, the House of Representatives directed the Standards Organization of Nigeria (SON) and the Nigeria Customs Service to implement strict measures ensuring that only unexpired and high-quality gas cylinders are imported into the country. President Bola Tinubu, at an event in Abuja on Thursday, charged African leaders to translate ideas into tangible actions that would impact the well-being of Africans. From abroad, you heard that Foreign Minister Mr. Subramanian Jaishankar on Thursday threatened a strong crackdown on illegal migration a day after a U.S. military airplane flew back 104 migrants as part of President Donald Trump's overhaul of immigration. You also listened to a commentary on sports development in Ogun State since creation in 1976. The mini news was edited by Temitope and broadcast from OGBC Abeokuta. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, visit our website at ogunradio.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Ogun Radio Abeokuta and on X at OGBC 905 FM. You can also listen to OGBC on the Radio Garden.